I am Caitlin O'Connell. I am waiting for my friend. There's no viewers, so this doesn't matter. There you go. Cool.
Yes, it worked.
Okay, I want it to be on you, not me. Okay.
I think it bounces back and forth.
Cool. So we're live on YouTube with 0 viewers, which is just fine with me. But so I guess first off, what did you think of the Direct? We're talking about the Nintendo E3 Direct, in case it was
So,
obvious.
first off, what the hell, Nintendo using Muppets? Amazing. Amazing. I never knew how much I needed a Muppet of Satoru Iwata in my life until today.
I didn't know. Now I know. Now I know.
Now I know.
It's amazing. I thought it was hilarious, and it was clutch Nintendo. I mean, only Nintendo can get away with walking around with Muppets, and then the Muppets turning into Star Fox characters. It was hilarious.
I mean, honestly, it's such a typical thing of them to do, but it's something that you wouldn't expect at the same time.
For sure.
So it's just perfect.
I mean, first off the bat, one of the first things that Reggie said was, we're talking about Nintendo NX in 2016, which I thought kind of real concise off the bat, relax on it. You know, you're not getting until 2016, so stop asking about it.
I think that was a good way to kind of just settle things, be like, okay, we're going to bring it up, but at the same time, we're not really going to talk anymore about it because we've got all this other cool stuff, which at the same time, they brought out a lot of cool stuff with this Direct. I was seriously impressed.
They did, and I think that's the main, like, just from what I've been seeing kind of as far as, like, the reaction hype, a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, this is disappointing, blah, 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 but I think that the position that Nintendo's in right now is they have to focus on the Wii U because unlike a lot of these other big gaming consoles, their next release is typically unexpected. Whenever we get the next Xbox or the next PlayStation, we know exactly what we're going to get. It's going to be an upgrade of the current system. But with Nintendo, I really do think that they're sitting there thinking, what are the games that we're going to release on the Wii U? What do we save for the NX, et cetera, et cetera.
I think more so too, it's like, how are they going to wow us? Because like you said, with the Xbox and the Xbox One, it's a step up from what already exists. They really can't step up the Wii U much more than it already exists, so it makes me wonder what exactly they've got in store with the NX.
Yeah, for sure. But I thought it was interesting that Reggie kind of first off the bat was like, kind of killed us with the NX. I was expecting Star Fox. I kind of was like, okay, you know, we're going to get a little bit of Star Fox. I'm pleased with how it looks. A lot of people are saying they don't like how it looks, but I think it looks cool.
I think it looks fantastic, to be honest. And I was never really a big Star Fox player, even from the beginning, but I would pick this up. It looks amazing.
A lot of people, I think, were expecting them to run with a similar engine to Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. Really polished, real cartoon reality look. This is more of a geometric, boxy look, which I like, personally. I think people need to remember that this was a Nintendo E3 and not a Sony E3. Nintendo is never going to give us super, like, real-looking graphics. You're never going to play a Star Fox game and literally think we're driving a real airplane with a real fox. It's not happening.
I mean, let's put it this way. You could put all the cinematic graphics on it that you want, but the fact is, a Nintendo presentation is not ever going to be like, say, an Assassin's Creed presentation where you get this Hollywood quality cinematic and you are expecting that to come out in the game. No, Nintendo's not going to let you down like that. They're going to say, this is what we've got. It's obviously going to be polished up a little bit more before release, but this is what we've got to work with. What do you think so far? Yeah. And people are going to eat it up every single time.
I ate it up. I was sitting in work, almost popping out of my chair. My coworkers were getting increasingly concerned for me as the minutes ticked down to noon Eastern Standard Time. I mean, you know, I'm not a gaming journalist. I'm a sports journalist, so maybe I'm a little biased when it comes to Nintendo because I really do prefer playing Nintendo games. I think that this was the E3s for Nintendo tell a lot about the current culture within Nintendo, and I think this did exactly that.
Exactly. And I mean, I dip in a little bit more to the games journalism side. And it's funny that you mentioned bouncing out of your seat at work because I managed to get the guys in the Microsoft store to put on the Nintendo Direct.
That was great.
That
That's
I
great.
thoroughly enjoyed my ability to do that because that was basically living the dream for me.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
but yeah, it was an impressive direct for me. Like I've always been a huge fan of the Nintendo franchise, of the company as a whole. They've always been able to put out something that's been able to keep my attention. And right, the stuff that I saw in this direct was no different. Like we saw some of the stuff that granted we saw at other directs that they kind of gave us a teaser to, like Xenoblade Chronicles, Fire Emblem, some of the other Japanese games that I cannot remember off the top of my head, but we've seen a lot. They threw a lot at us at
Yep.
this direct. There's no denying that.
They did throw a lot of us at this direct, and I think the main gate they have. I think a big part of Nintendo that I've been thinking about a lot today, knowing that we were going to talk later, was they have a really big catalog of games. I don't think they're ready to give up on yet. They're not ready to give up on Smash Brothers. They're not ready to give up on Mario Kart. They're definitely pushing Super Mario Maker, which I think is really going to be incredible. I think one thing that was interesting was the Skylanders trailer, which I was not expecting.
I wasn't expecting a Skylanders expansion period coming from Nintendo. I mean, I guess it should have been expected considering they've worked with the technology through the amiibo, but it
Yep,
looks really cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks fantastic. And I would absolutely consider getting it if I had a Skylanders platform, which I don't.
absolutely. I'm looking through a feed right now that's kind of talking about it. So then I think next was that new Zelda 3-player co-op for 3DS, which I am excited about. I think that looked really cool.
It looked
Um,
amazing.
I'm really stoked about it. It's looked a lot like it looked a lot like hold on one second. It looked a lot like Link Between Worlds. I could not come up with that word at all.
It did, yeah.
It
I'll
looks a
give you
lot like
that.
Link Between Worlds. It was a similar style, looks like the same gaming engine was used. I think they sort of saw the call for another Zelda game, especially since we were all pretty disappointed that it wasn't coming in 2015 the way that we were told originally. Not that anybody was super surprised that it wasn't coming in 2015, more a little upset that it wasn't coming in 2015, but I think the game looks really cool.
And you know what? Generally, with these sorts of games, yeah, everybody's a little bit upset to get them pushed, but at the same time, they know that a better quality game is going to come of it, no matter what,
Yeah, absolutely.
which makes a lot of people a lot more happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it looks interesting. It's like a 3-player. You can choose different costumes, which give you different abilities, which is a little bit like Majora's Mask. And that was the first thing I thought of, was the different masks giving you different abilities, and then these different costumes giving you different abilities. Certain large gaming journalism site that I'm not going to name because I don't want to trash talk anybody else, was a little hesitant on the idea. Was a little hesitant. But I think Nintendo's all about the power-ups. That's something that you see across all of their platforms, and the different outfits are just their way of giving you a different type of power-up. And from what I can tell, this seems to be really focused on only getting through dungeons, which, I mean, come on. Like, who doesn't only want a game of Zelda dungeons? Like, come on.
Well, the game is actually, it's a successor to, I don't know if you played Legend of Zelda Four Swords.
Yeah. Actually,
it's the successor to that.
Yeah.
Which I got to play a little bit when it came out for the 3DS, and I got to play it a little bit as a kid. I didn't really get to play it that much, but it is a really solid game, and I think we're going to be expecting a lot out of Triforce Heroes because they've made it look incredible so far. It's another multiplayer IP from Nintendo, which you don't really need to be in the same room as anybody else to play it.
I think that's going to be difficult, though. From what I can tell, you need to be playing it at the same time as 2 other people, which I think is going to be a little difficult to kind of wrangle up that many people with a 3DS with this game to play at the same time. The first thing that I thought of was the community that's going to surround this, which to me is always one of the best parts of any type of game is what's the community going to be like surrounding this? What are, people going to come together to do? And I think that's going to be really interesting.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking because I believe the new 3DS has the voice chat on it as well. Do you think maybe they'll open it up to some sort of online matchmaking sort of thing?
Well, one thing that they did say was that it's interesting when you can't hear your partner's reaction. So I don't think they will. One thing that I do remember them saying during the Direct.
It's going to be interesting to see how they manage to pull that one off.
Then right after that, they announced the Hyrule Warriors for 3DS, which we knew due to a leak last week.
Either way, the hype is incredibly real for that one.
I'm very excited for that. What they showed was, I have it right here.
I mean, you play it on Wii U already, so you basically have a good grasp of the game.
I do, and basically what the difference in what I can tell, when you're playing the game on Wii U, you select a world and you select your character and you select your weapon before you're going into it. But from what I can tell on 3DS, what you're doing is the bottom screen is just going to be the battlefield, which is a really big aspect. It's a lot like the Dynasty Warrior games where you want to collect different areas, you want to stronghold them. But what I can tell is they've got different characters available for selection on the different bottoms of the touchscreen, and you can change your character mid-battle, which is going to be a really big advantage. Because the whole point is you want to defeat all of the strongholds, you want to get all of the items, there's different item upgrades once you defeat the strongholds, and to be able to switch from, a long sword to, a spell book or the hero sword, that's going to be a big advantage.
I mean, speaking as someone who hasn't really played any of the Dynasty Warriors games, and especially I haven't really gotten onto the Hyrule Warriors trend, which I know I should. I'm definitely excited to get this one. I'm glad I held out because I'm glad to have a portable version of it now. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the portable version. I'm one of the few people that actually tends to prefer the portable version to the Wii U version. I'm that way with Smash. I'm definitely going to be this way with Hyrule Warriors. So I'm really excited for this. I'm always on the go. I'm always in meetings. I'm always in waiting rooms. I'm always on airplanes, whatever. So I really like it when stuff is on the go. And I think it's going to look really good for the 3DS.
You have the new 3DS, right?
I do.
Have you tried using the new amiibos in Smash yet? Or the amiibos on your 3DS? Okay, shut the fuck up. Get out. Get out. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Why? Where the hell did you get your hands on one of those?
I told you this already. Remember I called you when I was running into the mall?
Oh, yeah.
It was
like 4 months ago. I forgot.
I was following Jason Schreier's updating on blog. So shout out to Jason Schreier. If you ever see this, you're my hero. He had that going on Kotaku, which was just like a post that was being updated constantly. And I saw that GameStop was holding pre-orders, ran into the GameStop near me, literally ran out of my office, told my boss I'll be right back. He was like, whatever. Walked in and the girl was like, yep, but you have to pay for it all right now. And I did.
Lucky. As far as I know, we never really saw any of them in Canada. Or if we did, they were very limited in supply.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I get a lot of compliments on it, actually. But to answer your question, no, I actually haven't put any of the amiibo in Smash because I don't know. I never really put the amiibo in Smash.
See, I have the amiibo, but they're more as collectors for me.
Yeah, that's how
I don't necessarily use them in Smash.
Mine sit down there and just kind of collect dust and look cool.
Speaking of which, remind me to get your Charizard too, because that's kind of just sitting there.
Oh, we have a viewer.
Yay, viewers!
Hey, viewer, I'm so sorry that you somehow stumbled onto this. I apologize.
Hey, if anybody has any questions for us, feel free to ask. Maybe we should introduce ourselves since we actually have viewers now.
My name is Caitlin O'Connell. I am the managing editor of World Soccer Talk, so I do soccer and, video games kind of on the side. It's kind of a thing that I've always liked, and, I'm here with Nat.
I'm Nat. Nat Paterson. I write for a publication based in Toronto, Lithium Magazine. Nothing great and exciting. It's entertainment and music, but I have my own blog at the same time. I mostly do games journalism and I guess whatever's interesting at the moment.
Ooh, I did not mean to click myself. So hi, viewer.
Hello, viewer.
Oh, I think it's my sister. Hi, Sarah. So, then let me look at where we left off. Hyrule Warriors. Lots of hype for Hyrule Warriors. Then we see the Metroid. We see Metroid
I didn't make it in time
in a weird way.
I was a bit late to see the Metroid, so can you cover that one?
It's not Metroid Prime, it's Metroid Prime sort of reimagined as like a 3-player multiplayer. It's that blast ball. I don't know if you saw that during the Nintendo World Championships. It's called There's 3. It's called Federation Force, 4-player co-op missions in the Metroid Prime universe. But if it didn't say Metroid Prime universe, you really wouldn't know that this is the Metroid Prime universe. It's really kind of odd, to be honest. And then Blast Ball as well, which we did see at the Nintendo World Championships. It's like soccer with guns. The point is to score goals, and every time you score a goal, the goal gets smaller.
Okay, fair enough. It sounds pretty interesting.
It is
interesting in concept. I saw a bit of it at the World Championships.
Depending on how much it is, I might buy it. I was thinking that 15th anniversary of Metroid, we're going to get a Metroid game, a real Metroid game with Samus, not a Metroid Blast Ball game without Samus. So,
wait, you want a Metroid game with Samus? What the hell are you asking for here?
I don't know. Maybe like a remake of Super Metroid.
That would be cool.
That's what I mean. Like, I want something like that. Like, I thought like 15th anniversary, we're getting some sort of like Super Metroid remake, some sort of successor to Super Metroid. I want to fight Mother Brain in like 3D.
That would be incredible, to be totally honest.
They're doing all these weird remakes and stuff like that. I have my hopes up.
Hopes are dashed yet again.
Then we had we jumped basically straight anime with the Fire Emblem series.
Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah, I did not watch that at all. I mean,
I watched it. I never really played Fire Emblem, but it looked hella cool.
Yeah. Then I think we got a date for Xenoblade Chronicles, which looks really cool. But we had seen that trailer at the last Direct, I believe, right, for Xenoblade Chronicles?
We did see it at the last Direct, and it more so was just a cinematic of here's what might be coming. We don't know yet.
This seems to have something like Suits. What's that game from Xbox I'm thinking of? Titanfall. These seem to have some sort of Titan-like suits that you suit up in. It definitely was not what I was expecting it to be.
Now that you mention it, it did bring a little bit of a Titanfall vibe to it. I could see where you're getting that.
Okay, so it's a holiday game. Okay, 12/4/15.
Yeah, that one's definitely going to be out for the holidays.
Yeah. Then we got the Animal Crossing. I'm not a big Animal Crossing person, so I will have to admit that I wasn't too excited about that, nor did I pay a ton of attention to it. One thing that I have been seeing people complain about, though, is that the Animal Crossing just looks like a copy of Mario Party.
That's what I saw. The Animal Crossing, the Village Party. I forget the exact title of it, but it does look exactly like a clone of Mario Party.
Just fine. I mean, if I'm a fan of Animal Crossing, I'm psyched because I feel like that franchise, as super popular as it is, doesn't necessarily get a ton of games. I was, however, expecting Animal Crossing to be a Wii U game. That's what I was expecting, not it to be a Mario. That was something that I had kind of expected.
See, if they've brought New Leaf to the Wii U, if they had managed to port that over, I would consider buying that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure. But I think a lot of the reason for Animal Crossing is the movement that you get with Street Pass.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan of Animal Crossing, I'm sure you're pretty excited about that.
Of course, and there's no reason not to be. What do you think about the new amiibo that were announced? The Animal Crossing amiibo.
The Animal Crossing amiibo. For me,
Indifferent?
I have a really difficult emotion. I have really difficult relationship with Amiibo because unless I can get my hands on them pretty easily, I'm not really one to track them down. Like Charizard was a really big exception for me because really the basis of our friendship is off of Pokemon. So
Pretty much.
that was the Pokemon Amiibo are the ones that really mean the most to me. Charizard,
Exactly.
Charizard, obviously, like being in America, North America, we don't get a ton of Pokemon stuff that we can buy. It's usually kind of plushies and stuff from like Kids R Us, which I'm not always crazy about. So to have like a plastic figurine that looks really good, like that's huge. But unless it's something that I really care about, like a franchise, and I'm not really gonna try to track it down. So while the Animal Crossing Amiibo look cool,
They look really cute, but for me, it's like the Splatoon amiibo. It's like they're cool, but just to have them for the sake of saying that I have them doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm not going to really go out of my way to find them.
the big thing that you and I had talked about after the last direct was the card functionality. I guess you use
The
this
NFC cards.
the S right. The first thing I thought of was Pokemon cards.
You know what? That would be a really cool implementation to put in. I would
First thing
love to
I thought
see
of was
that.
Pokemon cards because they're always trying to get more people into the trading card game. They're always trying to they have the free app available on the eShop for the trading card game. They're always trying to get people into it and they're trying to go digital with it. They're really encouraging people to buy digital packs. So to me, that's a perfect way to do it. Like I already buy Pokemon cards. It would be so cool if I could port it into my game somehow. I was maybe expecting something like that, but for not.
I mean, it'd be really cool. Like, I haven't actually gone out of my way to buy Pokemon cards in a long time, but a friend bought me a couple packs for Christmas, and it's still like opening them like when I was a kid. It's still exciting to see what exactly is in that pack, right?
Yeah.
To see shiny cards that you get, the cool trainers that come with it. It's always an adventure. And to be able to bring that over to the 3DS, to a Pokemon game, even if they make a Pokemon trading card game, like this isn't something that's new. They could probably do that with very little struggle on their end.
Right? You have to think so.
You would think.
Well, that brings us to, as you know, my most anticipated game because it's just the cutest thing that I think I've ever seen. And they showed a basket full of yarn Yoshi amiibo, and I pretty much lost my woolly mind. Oh my god, I cannot wait for Yoshi's Woolly World. Cannot wait.
I might blow my entire bank account and life savings just on woolly Yoshis.
Stupid little woolly amiibos. They look so cute. I'm so excited for this game. It just screams classic Nintendo. It looks great. It's fun to play. It's got the challenging and the mellow mode. I can't wait for this game. This is going to be the perfect game for the fall to kind of round out until Star Fox comes in December, I think. Star Fox is coming.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it have the level maker as well in Woolly World?
I think it does.
Which I think is a really good implementation of it, especially with Mario Maker. They've definitely got the level makers down pat. It's going to be insane to see how people are able to make these really cool levels that everybody can get to use.
I'm psyched about it. It just looks cute. It's just Nintendo at its finest, really. And
exactly.
Good job trying to port in the amiibo. What you do is if you have the amiibo, put it into your game, and Yoshi turns into Woolly Yoshi wearing that person's costume. For example, Mario, Yoshi puts on the blue plumber outfit with the red shirt, and he's got a little black mustache, and it just makes me freak out. God, I can't wait.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see like Yoshi in like a little Link costume. I'm gonna die if I see that.
I know. Then after the Yoshi's Woolly World, we got to Yokai Watch, which has been something of not necessarily controversy, but a lot of people are sort of saying this is the next Pokemon, which that's sort of, I see your face. That's pretty much.
Look, this is a franchise we've grown up with. There's a difficult line of saying this is the next Pokemon. You got a lot to live up to if you're going to say you're the next Pokemon. And if people are saying that, then I don't know. It may be worth checking out, but I haven't really heard anything about this game, to be honest with you.
The only reason I heard about it is because I think I read an article forever ago about it. It's ghost hunting. Basically, substitute Pokemon with ghosts, and that's what Yokai Watch is. I believe yokai in Japanese literally means ghost. If I might be wrong, I'm not really sure.
Google Translate.
Yeah, exactly. Yokai Watch is supposed to be the next kind of big thing for Nintendo. It's what you do is you befriend yokai, you add them to your yokai watch. It's a literal watch. Sort of like your belt in Pokemon, and you train them. You have you've got items and targets and different sort of things like that, abilities, and they take a really good handle on using the touchpad. Basically, you scroll through the touchpad, you tap the touchpad during different maybe battles, etc. So I don't know.
Apparently it's an anime as well.
It is. That's why they're saying it's the next Pokemon, because kids are probably gonna like it. I don't know, whatever. I'll probably look into it when it starts coming out. Maybe if they have a demo, I'll download it.
Well, I mean, the game is already out. It's been out in Japan since 2013.
Yeah,
we're getting it in the United States now. Yeah,
when they release
United States and Canada.
Yeah,
like even Polygon is touting it as this Pokemon-esque RPG.
I know, that's what it is. It looks like it too. If you go back and rewatch the direct, it looks like Pokemon. So we'll see.
We'll have to see. I mean, if I might pick it up. I don't know. I mean, I think this looks pretty familiar because I think I've seen bits and pieces of the anime before. But maybe I'm just remembering it from the direct. I don't know. A lot of anime looks the same to me. Yeah. But it's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it. I am, there is, a weird part of me that's a little apprehensive because of it. I don't want this to kind of eclipse Pokemon. There wasn't an announcement, which I wasn't that surprised about because we've had so many Pokemon games so many years in a row. I was a little disappointed, but I think hopefully that means that we're getting something good maybe next year.
I mean, I believe they did kind of go under the radar and announce the release date for the new Mystery Dungeon, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Yep.
They were very quiet about it when they announced it. And to be honest, I was a little surprised that we didn't hear anything about Pokemon in this direct. But at the same time, I'm kind of relieved because they did X and Y 2 years ago. They did Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire last year. This has been an incredible time for Nintendo, and we're coming up on almost the 25th anniversary of Red and Blue. I know they made a remake of Red and Green a while ago, but I'm still gunning for that original 25-year remake. I'm still thinking it's going to happen.
That would be really cool. I mean, I'd be super into it. I think the Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby remake was not necessarily expected, but I don't think a whole lot of people were surprised. I think we were all very excited.
The internet blew up.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Broke the internet. You want to talk about breaking the internet?
It's very difficult. Actually, no, it's not difficult to break the internet nowadays. It's probably just as easy as pushing a button, in Nintendo's case at least. But it's interesting to see. I mean, I don't think anybody really expected a Hoenn remake first.
No.
I would have personally, I know a lot of people wanted a Sinnoh remake, but it's a little too close for me.
Yeah, I liked going with a Hoenn remake. I don't necessarily know that. I mean, but I think it did really well. I think Nintendo realizes that these remakes that they're doing are going really well. I mean, look at how well Majora's Mask did.
It did incredibly well. Look at the hype that even both of these games, you're getting gamers that played these games when they were kids, playing them now as adults and introducing them potentially to their kids or their younger siblings and saying, this is what I played.
Exactly.
It's an amazing feeling.
Yep. I was really into it. So then next we come up on the Paper Mario regular Mario matchup, which looks really cool.
It looks really awesome. I'll give them that.
Yep.
I mean, I can't say it wasn't expected that we were going to get another Mario and Luigi game sometime soon.
Because the last one kind of incorporating Paper Mario with it. I wasn't expecting that.
That I wasn't expecting. I'm really happy that they incorporated Paper Mario.
I think it's gonna. I think it looks good. I'm I'm definitely gonna play that game. What's it called? Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which is a cute name. Gosh,
It is a cute name.
freaking Nintendo.
Speaking of Mario, I know when the Animal Crossing amiibo were leaked, so was an image of a potential 8-bit Mario amiibo.
Well, that's official. That's official.
They officially announced it?
They had it in the direct.
I didn't even see it.
They
I must
had
have
it.
missed that part.
It's huge.
Between Nintendo and Bethesda, everyone can take my wallet from this year's E3. Like, my money is going all to them.
Good. The only good thing about that amiibo is that they're really pushing Super Mario Maker. That amiibo is going to be around because they want a ton of people to buy it, because they want a ton of people to buy Super Mario Maker.
I mean, I might buy Super Mario Maker, but I'd buy that amiibo anyways.
I definitely want to buy Super Mario Maker. I'm not necessarily sure that I'm going to be making games, but I really want to download other people's games. I'm really excited to see what other people make. Like, I would love, we've been talking about Super Meat Boy so much because it's going to be coming to PlayStation. I would love if one of those guys were just to jump in and make a Mario level. Like, that'd be so cool. Like, that to me,
crazy.
That to me, like, that's what Super Mario Maker is anybody from any platform coming in, making a Mario level so quickly and easily, and that's just really exciting.
Well, look how well they pushed it at the World Championships. That was pretty incredible how well those levels were made. And I mean, I know it's by developers of the game.
If you are watching this and you have not seen Cosmo and John Numbers in the Nintendo World Championships playing those levels of Super Mario Maker, you need to turn this off and go watch it because it was incredible. Oh my gosh, those levels were insane. I think at one point when John Numbers was playing through the second level, he was in 2 different power-up boots with a fire flower in the Koopa buggy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It's just like, that's so Super Mario Maker. Like, he's got 6 different power-ups, and they had like a Goomba on top of it was just crazy.
It was incredible.
So if you haven't seen it, you gotta go watch it. Stop watching.
It's basically the Olympics for nerds.
It was incredible. So after that, we've got Super Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I don't know. I'm not
a huge Mario Tennis.
Okay, so we can forget that. And then the last 2 things are just Super Mario Maker and Let's Super Mario.
Yeah, well, you know what? Mario Maker, I think, is definitely going to make a big splash because, like you said, developers from any platform can come in, make a level, and just make it amazing.
Super Mario Maker and Star Fox are their big games for the year, which is why I feel like there wasn't a ton of hype around the rest of the E3 event, which I'm not that surprised about, nor am I that upset about it.
No.
Super Mario Maker, I think people are kind of sleeping on it, to be honest. I think that it's not going to be big out the gate. I think it's going to be a lot like Mario Kart 8, but the more people play it, the more excited they're going to be by it.
Exactly. It's going to be one of those where it's going to be slow to start, but then people are going to see that, wow, these are these incredible levels that are coming out. I need to get this game.
Exactly.
I guess it's a lot like the other one that they put out, Mario and Donkey Kong Tipping Stars.
Yep, we got one for free with the other one.
Yeah, the cross-buy one. I think it's going to be a lot like that, except the level making is going to be so much more dynamic because you're able to use the Wii U to build these levels. And you've got access to such a variety of, I guess, Mario from every different decade. Every different game you've pretty much got access to.
You can
every power-up. It's amazing.
You can put 8-bit Bowser on top of 64-bit Bowser, on top of Super Mario Bowser, each with their own mushroom. And I mean, you literally, if you haven't watched Nintendo World Championships final round, that's the best thing you can see to kind of describe the mayhem
of this game.
The Nintendo Treehouse Live people built the 4 levels that they did, and each one just got more and more ridiculous, just like absolutely nuts. It's so great. I can't wait to I hope they release those levels for download. Like,
definitely will.
I want to play those 4 levels. I want to see how badly I would have gotten my ass kicked by John Numbers and Cosmo.
I would have gotten my ass beat in half a second.
Would have been terrible.
Oh, it would have been horrible. But the thing is, this game is unparalleled to compared to whatever's out there right now. There is nothing to compare to this. No platformer, no level builder can really match up to what they've got here, and it's going to pay off in numbers. But yeah, you know what I mean. Damn it, it's going to pay off very well for them.
Yeah,
Lost my words.
And this is definitely personal opinion, but Nintendo with Super Mario Maker and Star Fox, definitely gonna pick up Paper Jam, and Bethesda's Fallout 4 release kind of dominated E3 for me.
So we're gonna move on to Bethesda a little bit. They're gonna intrude on our Nintendo cast.
Yeah, they can intrude on our Nintendo cast.
Oh my God, Fallout 4. Oh my God, I was thrilled to see all of that. I don't know if you've downloaded it yet or not, but Fallout Shelter, amazing.
I haven't downloaded it yet. I need to, but I went to go do it, and then I was like, I will do it tomorrow when my day's not so freaking nuts.
Fair enough. I downloaded it, and it's the best way to describe it is Sims. It's The Sims, but with Fallout characters, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. Oh, it switched to me. That's weird. But yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's like, I think because you can customize your shelter, you can customize your face, you can customize everything. I think they're trying to reach a certain type of gamer with that.
I definitely like the fact that the dialogue options, it's not just one static up, down, A menu. It's you can choose between the 4 buttons. There are a variety of different options. And like they said, if you don't like Cogsworth right in the beginning, you can stab him if you want to. It's awesome.
That was great.
I love it.
That was so great.
I was sitting on the edge of my seat for that entire podcast, and I was just so prepared to just sit there and be like, okay, where's Fallout 4? Where's Fallout 4? Comes out at the end. Okay, that's it, everybody. Bye. It's like, no, get the hell back on stage right now and announce it. You know it's already coming, but come on.
Yep. I mean, I played New Vegas years ago. But this is gonna be amazing. It's super open world. You have the dog, and anything with the dog in it's gonna get me to play it.
And they announced today the dog does not ever die. The dog will not die.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
I can't watch it with the dog if the dog
That's
dies.
my biggest issue with games with dogs in them, like Call of Duty Ghosts, like just about every other game that I have with dogs in it. If the dog dies, I am a wreck on that couch. I will not open up that game again.
I'd put it down and I'd walk away.
Yep. I will not open that game again. Yes, of course.
Huh. He's asleep. He's mad at me because I'm not going to sleep. But I'm really excited about it. I have all the consoles. I have Wii U, PS Vita, new 3DS, and then I have my Raspberry Pi. But I'm gonna buy a PS4 or an Xbox One. That's what's gonna dominate my mind for the next few months is which one to buy. Probably gonna end up waiting for Black Friday, but I'm definitely gonna upgrade.
I think the thing that pissed a lot of people off when it first announced that it was coming out, that it was just for the new gen consoles. And when they explained that they'd been working on this since the release of Fallout 3, it made complete sense. Like, they've been working on this game for 10 years. They had to build a whole new engine probably, and the sheer capacity of things that they must have packed into that game, just by looking at the gameplay footage, it looks incredible. And it's definitely going to be worth it to upgrade if this is your only option to do so. Your only reason to do so.
It looks incredible, and I think a lot of people, myself included, are kind of looking for a reason. The whole reason why I bought a PS Vita was literally to play FIFA and Minecraft. But, this is a big reason to upgrade, and this is a game that I'm interested in playing, and it looks good. And it looks so incredible. It really does. It really looks amazing. Super open world, super customizable, which I think is a really big reason why what they're going for here. They want every type of video game fan to play this game. That's why they've made it so customizable. That's why they've made it so interchangeable with whatever you want it to be, which is great.
Talk about customizable. I saw some gameplay footage where you design the male and the female character, whichever you leave the menu with is the one you end up playing as. The baby is based. The baby in the carriage, in the cradle, is based on what you decide on those two characters.
Yep.
So there's either going to be some beautiful babies or some horrible abominations coming to the internet sometime soon, and I cannot wait to see which.
I hope I get a horrible abomination baby.
I'm hoping for it. I will be disappointed if it's not.
I'm gonna be disappointed if I get a regular looking normal baby.
Alien or nothing. Plus, they announced that the mods are coming out for it.
Which I saw on. Well, I saw that for Xbox, but is that the same for Sony? Is that's going to be
over for Sony as well?
Oh, gosh, that was going to help me decide which one to get, but now I don't know.
Xbox.
You saw me to play Xbox Live with you.
I'm a loyal fangirl. What can I say?
I like PlayStation. I've always had PlayStations. All of my friends usually have had PlayStations, and I think that kind of, growing up, I have an old PlayStation in my loft right now. That's always what we had for some reason. We always liked PlayStation. That kind of stuff makes a difference.
I mean, with us, it was always we had some kind of Nintendo console around, bringing it back around, of course. But we had a PS2, we had a GameCube, we had a Sega Dreamcast, we had an Xbox 360. So I've been open to all of it, and I've always really gravitated towards the Xbox side of things.
It's crazy. But I am excited that they're going to let the mods happen, because I think that's a really big, I think that's sort of giving a nod to the PC gamer community, which is a really big community, and it's growing bigger every day. More and more people are gravitating toward PC, and I think that's really smart.
It's a really smart decision on their behalf, because especially with all the shit with Steam going down, saying that now they're going to have to pay for mods for all kinds of mods, it's a good time to announce, hey, we've got mods coming out for our game. You're going to be able to mod the console games as well. Now all they need to do is not announce that there's going to be a price on them.
Yeah, I think if they announce there's going to be a price on them, I think people are just going to be like, well, guess I'm not using mods.
Exactly.
Because modding is such an essential part to the PC gaming community and not an essential part to the console gaming community. I don't mod the games that I play on my Wii U. I don't mod the games that I play on my 3DS, So to us, it's just kind of like, okay, I'm going to have to pay for it. Guess I'm not using mods.
Exactly. It's no big loss to me. But at the same time, Fallout is such an open world game that adding mods is just going to add to the replayability of it. They'd be stupid not to.
I'm really excited to see what type of mods they're going to come up with for it.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
That's for sure. All right, well, I think that's it as far as Nintendo hype goes. I mean, overall thoughts, yeah, I was waiting for, like wait, one more thing.
I was too.
But, I mean, I think, like I said earlier, it kind of just circles back to the type of, I can't think of the word, just like the stance that the company's taking right now. They're in a pre-transition period between Wii U and NX. They're, for the first time in a long time, are, really vying for those top positions. For such a long time, they were doing so poorly. They now have these great consoles, these great games that are selling. They have these new games on the horizon along with a new console. So this Direct made a lot of sense to me.
I mean, this Direct was really pretty much action-packed. There was never not a moment where you were like, I love this game. I think this game could be cool. Maybe I'm not so good about this game. They made you feel about every single game that was going on there, at least for me. And for me, that's the power of Nintendo. It's really what they're able to do. They're able to reach out to their viewer base and make them feel like this is something that you can do. This is something that you can be a part of. This is the community. Where's your role in all that? And I think that's great.
When they, had Mr. Miyamoto pop out of a Muppet world, out of a Mario pipe, wearing his little Star Fox t-shirt. Who doesn't want to see that,
Of course. And
him and Reggie and Iwata walking down the hall. That was great. I need that in a gift just to look at every day. Just the three of them just, doing the Muppet walk.
Exactly.
I'm really excited to see what happens in 2016. I'm really excited to see what the NX is going to end up being. I think what they were trying to focus on was just games that you can play now, games that you're going to be able to play soon. And I'm really excited for Super Mario Maker, Star Fox, Paper Jam. I'm going to need a third job in order to afford all of these things, but whatever.
I'm excited for the rest of E3 because there's definitely going to be a lot more in the coming week.
All I do is just pop it open on YouTube and I'm just watching it. You know, this is super exciting for the gaming community. This is like Christmas for us, you know?
This is Christmas for us.
This is where we find out everything that's going to come. I was watching Mo Yang. Who knew that's how it was pronounced? Talking about those goggles that you can wear to manipulate Minecraft. Did you see that?
I did see that. That looks incredible.
You know, so this is a really big time in the gaming community. E3 is huge for us. This is where we see everything that's going to be coming out in the next year. This gives us a look at what's going to be coming out the year after. And this, you know, this is really exciting.
This is basically what we're opening our wallets for in the coming couple of years. And I don't think anybody's mad at a single thing that's going down. Unless, for some reason, one of these companies decides to say, well, that's it. We're calling it quits. Bye, everybody. Then there might be riots.
I got an email from Yooka-Laylee, the Kickstarter that I
you backed that one?
I did. For $15, you get a downloadable copy of Yooka-Laylee for your chosen platform. So, yeah, I figured it looked cool.
That's the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, right?
Yep.
Are we still able to kickstart that, or is it time up?
I have no
Done?
idea. I think it's done because I got charged for it.
Yes, that's probably done. I don't know. I was hesitant on that one because I never really played Banjo-Kazooie, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, I never really played Banjo-Kazooie either, but it looked cool. Yeah. It was like $20. I think $25 is what it translates to. So I'm into it.
Pretty fair for a game.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Considering most new, especially Nintendo IPs, are between $50 and $75 now.
That's a real big reason why I haven't bought Splatoon yet. I don't feel like spending $60 on it.
80 up here.
God almighty. You gotta get out of Canada.
Yes, I do. And on that note, I think we're done for tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks for hanging out. We'll probably take this down off of YouTube and then edit it and then put it back up.
Yeah, so we don't look totally horrible, and my moments of stupidity will be cut out, probably.
You'd have to mute all of me to cut that out.
Yeah, we just need a black bar over my face. That will work.
At least, I don't think we're really cursed that much. At least I tried not to.
I think maybe once or twice I hit it in, but that's pretty good for me.
Pretty good. All right, well, thanks for watching. We just broke down Nintendo's E3 event. We'll start doing this more often. Nintendo comes out with a lot of crap for us to talk about.
And hey, there's always more companies other than Nintendo, but we love them anyway.
Maybe we'll just do like a broad E3 reaction after this whole thing's done.
Absolutely.
Cool. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon, guys.
Bye.